Hello friends, welcome to today's video. As you can tell from the title, today is going to be two things. We're going to do a WW Personal Points grocery haul, and I'm also going to be trying out on camera a couple of new snacks that I found to sort of give my reaction and see if it's something that may be worth your points. By the way, hi, if you're new, my name is Melissa Joyce. I have a channel here on YouTube. Why would I tell you that? That's very obvious. That's where you're watching this. I have a bunch of videos about a bunch of topics, Weight Watchers, grocery hauls, what I eat in a day. I also have videos about my Peloton. I have beauty videos. If you go like way back on my channel, there's like personal finance videos, all kinds of stuff. So if you're watching this and it's your first time to my channel, welcome. Please feel free to watch some other videos. I'll throw a playlist of my Weight Watchers content up here because, hey, maybe that's what you're interested in, but also feel free to subscribe. And for all of you who are subscribers and coming back to watch, thank you so much. You are awesome. I appreciate you being patient with me while I have been a little absent from my channel. But I'm hoping I'm finding the balance to come back again. So let's get into the groceries. I tried my best to organize this. We'll see as we go. Let's start with produce. I have here a bag of 6 avocados. I have avocados as one of my 0-point foods on the Personal Points plan. I basically have one of these a day, every day except for my like date night day. So yeah, generally with lunch, I will have a piece of toast with half of an avocado on it, and then I will incorporate the other half into my dinner in some way. I've been really on a kick of having like very much repeat lunches and dinners. My lunches tend to be my black bean spicy chili, and then for dinners I'm doing like burrito bowls or sushi bowls, and both of those work really well with having some avocado mixed into them. So yeah, these are still not at all ripe, but I tend to do my grocery shopping a number of days before I need to start using these. I still have a couple others in the fridge, so these should be good. I have a lot of peppers here. Basically, I'm going to use these for two things. I'm going to use 4 of them in my black bean chili. I've been doing them where I really cook the peppers down really well with some onion and having that in the base of my chili. And then the other ones I will also cook with some onions. I tend to do this as a big batch at the same time, and it goes into my burrito bowls. I mentioned peppers and onions, so here's the onion. The other veggies that I have are cucumbers, English cucumbers, and baby carrots. I have these every day. So what I will do, sorry, there's one little like mushy spot on my cucumber, and I think it might be because I banged it up in my groceries. Every day when I have my lunch, I'll have a little bowl of cut up cucumber and carrots, basically a cup of veggies just to have some extra veggies, get a point back for it. And then if I am having my sushi bowl, I'll cut up some cucumber really finely into it and grate up some carrot. And I mix that in with the rice, and it sort of extends the rice a bit more. I get veggies in it. Tastes really good. Moving on to my protein sources, I picked up some tofu. I would prefer to get extra firm tofu. It was the only thing on my grocery list that was sold out this week, so I just picked up some firm tofu. It should be about the same. In one of my future videos, I'm going to show you the gadget that I have that makes tofu super easy. But basically, I have this in my sushi bowls. I will cut it into little pieces. I'll marinate it in some soy and just crisp it up in my air fryer, and it's my protein in my sushi bowls. I also picked up some extra lean turkey burgers. This is the onion and parsley flavored. This is from Hader's Farm. They have a couple of different flavors, and I like these because once again I can do it super easy in the air fryer. I think these scan as like 4 points or so. I sometimes count them as less points than that because it's lean turkey, which is a 0-point food for me, and the only thing in here that should add some points is a little bit of toasted wheat crumbs, but I don't think it's a huge amount per burger. So sometimes I just sort of quick add in a point or two for these instead of scanning. But yeah, these will be used for my burrito bowls as the protein in it, just chopped up into the bowl, or I may also do sort of some bowls with rice and broccoli and one of these chopped up and then some peanut sauce on top. But these are just a convenient way of getting in some lean turkey without having to do a lot of prep for it, because I just throw it straight into the air fryer. And then the other protein that I have is this extra lean ground chicken. My black bean chili recipe, the original version of it, is very much vegetarian. I have been adding in some additional chicken or turkey to it just to boost up the protein. Again, it's a 0-point food for me. I don't know why this looks like it's so like extra filled with air, but it's still good for a while. So that is it for my protein sources. So basically, for me, I tend to have a very light breakfast, lunch, if anything at all. So I tend to have 2 big meals and then a snack. So a big lunch with my chili and some toast and some veggies, and then one of the bowls for dinner. And I do have protein at every meal. Moving on to dairy, I have milk that is pretty much just for my coffee. So this is a lot, but I've been getting the 1% milk lately. I've been loving doing my coffee, measuring out my milk, warming it up in the microwave, and then frothing my milk, and then adding in the coffee and a little bit of sweetener. It's been really good. That's what I have this for. I have some 0% plain Greek yogurt, another 0-point food for me. I like to put a scoop of this into my chili, and it acts like sour cream, as well as my burrito bowls, again acting like sour cream, and it just makes it nice and creamy and adds a bit of additional protein. I did pick up some Laughing Cow cheese. This is the jalapeno flavor. I prefer the smoked flavor. They didn't have that, but when I do have my chili, I have 1 piece of toast with the avocado on it, and then I have one with some Laughing Cow cheese. I'm just realizing that there's 2 things in the freezer that I didn't bring in here. I did get a loaf of sesame Ezekiel bread. I really like that flavor of bread, and it's basically 3 points for 2 slices, but it's nice and dense and chewy. I find sometimes low point bread tastes like spongy air, and the Ezekiel bread is really nice. The other thing that's in the freezer that I didn't bring out is I got a bag of frozen broccoli florets. I mentioned about doing like a broccoli peanut chicken bowl, and that's what the frozen broccoli is for. Moving on to the sort of grocery shelf items. I'm not going to hold them all up, but I did get 4 cans of black beans. Again, that's for my black bean chili. Also for my black bean chili, some crushed tomatoes and some tomato paste. I was also running low on cumin and chili, which are some of the main spices in my chili, so I picked up some of that. I also picked up some spray oil. This time I got canola. I'll either get canola or olive oil. Both are fairly healthy oils. Generally I'll get the canola when the olive oil is sold out, but I use this for any oil that I want to add when something is going into the air fryer, or if I make myself a bowl of popcorn, I'll do a light spraying of this so that the seasoning and salt that I put on top sticks to the popcorn. When I do make my sushi bowls, I'll do a little bit of soy sauce, and I was running low, so I picked up some more. I don't really worry too much about getting the low sodium soy sauce because I'm not too worried about sodium in my diet, so I just picked up the kikkoman. And then I picked up some sort of pre-processed ginger, minced ginger. When I do my peanut sauce for the broccoli chicken, I'll use some like PB Fit or PB2 powder and mix that with some soy sauce, with some ginger, with some garlic, with a few other sort of ingredients to make the sauce. So I wanted to pick up some ginger. I love the taste of ginger. It is that like spicy in like a warm back of your tongue kind of way that isn't like super sharp spice but builds over time, so I wanted to make sure I had some of this in the fridge. And for my burrito bowls, I discovered this a couple of weeks ago from Walmart. There's the Great Value queso with jalapeno. I believe this is 2 points for 1 tablespoon, 4 points for, I feel like it's 4 points for 3 tablespoons. I could be wrong about that. But it's relatively low points when everything else in my burrito bowl is 0 points for me, because brown rice is also a 0-point food for me, and that's what I base all my bowls on. So I really have been enjoying this. It's just super simple, and I picked up some more. It's got a nice spice to it and also a nice cheesy flavor. The final items that I picked up are the snacks that I want to try on camera today with you guys. The first is a protein bar that came from the refrigerated food section at Farm Boy, which is a Canadian grocery chain that I think is mostly in sort of the Ontario, Quebec part of the country. This is called Daryl's Bars. This one is caramel salted peanut. Now this is 230 calories, but it's 22 grams of protein. When I scanned this at the store, it scanned up as 4 points. When I brought it home, I was double checking, and the scanned fat is incorrect in here. So when I corrected it, it's actually 5 points for this protein bar. So a little bit more than I expected it to be, but that's okay. And then the other snack I want to try is a more savory snack. This is Todd's Better Snacks. It's protein crisps. Egg and lentil protein crisps, and this one is the barbecue flavor. There was also white cheddar flavor and salt and vinegar flavor. And again, I scanned this in the store and this bag came out to 2 points, but when I double checked the different listings that came up for it, the correct one was actually 3 points. So both of these were a point more than they necessarily scanned for, so just a reminder to double check that if people have added these themselves, that the information is all correct. I think I'll just be taking like a little bite of these now and have one, like a little bit for my lunch, and then I'll keep some for later. But let's start out with the savory and then move on to the sweet. So this is what they look like. Basically looks like sort of a cheesy. And they're a little more like solid than I expected them to be. So this entire bag is 135 calories and has 12 grams of protein in it. I totally just dropped one. I'll say this. On the positive side, the barbecue flavoring on here is really nice. There's no weird flavoring coming through, and there isn't any kind of strange protein flavor to it. I will say that once you get through the coating of the barbecue flavoring on the outside, there's not a lot of taste to it. So this tastes good. I think these would be really good to have on the side of like a sandwich or something. I feel like you do get like a good amount of them in there. You can see it's sort of full to here. So, and it's like pretty solidly full for about this much of it. So I think sometimes you get these snacks and it feels like there's barely anything in the bag. The taste disappears really quickly and then it's just sort of like crunchy. So imagine like crunching into like a Cheetos puff, but the flavor sort of dissipating in like the first second or so. So yeah, I think these are, I expected it to maybe, because it's egg and lentil, I expected it to maybe have like a funny aftertaste or something, and it does not. So I think this one I may save to have later on as like my after dinner snack, because I think that's really good. I forget, why do I keep dropping them? I kind of forget how much this costs. So what I will do is sort of pop that down here from my receipt. This is all in Canadian dollars. So yeah, these are nice. I like that it's portion controlled. So for me, this is something I could go and get like when I'm doing my grocery shopping and keep it on hand for a treat. Although, I mean, with this being 3 points, you can get an awful lot of like popcorn and put seasoning on it, but it's nice that this has the extra protein. So yeah, I'd say overall, I would give this like a 7 out of 10. Now for the caramel salted peanut bar. I don't know what I expected this to look like, but not this. So I think because on the outside, the picture that they have here is not actually of the bar, it's of like some salted caramels and then some peanuts. I expected it to kind of look like that. When it actually looks like this, it looks like it's going to be, I mean, that's a weird texture. So there we go, but like, can you see how like malleable it is? It feels like it's that like protein texture. It smells like peanut butter though, so that's not bad. It does have a nice peanut butter flavor to it. I don't get any salted caramel. You can almost fool yourself at the beginning into thinking it tastes a little bit like you're eating cookie dough. I'm surprised they don't kind of like try to market it that way. There's no weird protein taste to it. Again, I feel like it's the same thing where it's just there's not a lot of taste to it. I feel like if I am going to use 5 points to have like a protein bar or something, there's ones that taste a lot more like having a candy bar that I would have instead of this. So there's nothing offensive about it. I'm going to finish eating it basically as my lunch, but I'd probably give this like a 4 or 5 out of 10. I wouldn't say rush out and buy it. I'd say, you know, you won't spit it out if you're eating it, but I've definitely had better for the points. Okay, so I'm obviously filming this later, and yes, that's my Christmas tree. I leave it up for a while on purpose. I'm gonna revise that protein bar down to like a 2. I kept eating it, and after like one more bite, like it has no flavor at all. It was just weird, and I honestly was like, I should stop eating this and use these points for something else, but like, I don't know, I guess I wanted the protein and like I didn't want to waste it.
but I feel kind of gross now. So do not recommend, but the puffs are good.
So that is it for my grocery haul / snack testing video. Please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you like this format of having some snack tasting together with a grocery haul. I do tend to have a little bit more repetitive kinds of meals, so I thought it'd be nice to throw in something with like some snack tasting to have some variability in here. Please let me know if you are on WW Personal Points as well, or even if you're not, if there are lower point snacks that you really like, savory or sweet, or like high protein, let me know that down below. I would love to try out some more snacks, especially if you're here in Canada and you can let me know where to go and find them. I would love that. Yeah, if you've not subscribed and you're watching this, please consider subscribing. Please consider going and watching my WW playlist. Thank you so much for joining me for this today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.